we're coming up to standing in your own time. Standing in a place in your space where you've got some room to maybe swing your arms around, doing a few different movements in a moment. And of course, you can adapt as you might need to. So, noticing how you feel in your body in your standing. We'll use some inspiration from chapter 5 of Stack Your Bones, which is entitled The Line. And this is basically a way of centering the body, which can also give us a sense of being centered, or in other words, present in a way that's both calm and alert in our mind. This book is by Ruthie Fraser. She's a movement teacher, yoga teacher, and a lot of her work is inspired by Feldenkrais and Rolfing, which you may have heard of, which are kind of awareness through movement and body work, hands-on body work practices. And this practice is to orient ourselves to the vertical axis that runs through the center of the body, not sort of actually like a central pole, but like a space, the center of our body's space that we could orientate ourselves around. This is also a very common thing in martial arts. So we start off with standing with our legs and feet under us for support. So having a sense of this structure below the hips that supports the body like a foundation. And then imagine, you might visualize or imagine, have some kind of sense of a vertical line that runs through the center of the body. And it goes through the crown of the head, out towards the sky, the top of the head, topmost part of your head towards the sky, and then through the head, neck, through the center of the torso, out through the center of your pelvic floor, wherever you feel that to be, and then down through the space between your feet into the earth. And she suggests, imagine it going down all the way to the center of the earth and all the way up to the sky beyond the clouds, into space beyond there. So imagining that for a moment. And then noticing how you orientate yourself around this vertical line. So the back of the body, front of the body, each side of the body, left and right. And then she invites us to feel whether the body feels organized or kind of disorganized around this central line. And whether we can create a bit more balance without overworking, whilst being gentle. And then we'll do some movements with this centering in mind. We can go up and down in relation to this vertical line. We can go up and down in a way that's might feel like a forward bend, giving into gravity. We can go down in a way that's still supports the vertical line. And the same with going up. We can go up in a way that stays very vertical, and we can go up in a way that's going backwards at the same time. So let's explore some of these, and they have their own embodiment to them as well. So first, if we go down, maintaining the vertical line, maintaining your shoulders being above your hips, being supported by the feet, and your head balanced on top, we can just bend our knees, and then the alignment stays pretty much the same. So from the side, I'm not losing my alignment, I'm going up and down, staying very centered. And as you go up, to have more of a sense of upness, you can press your hands down. The hands are in relationship with the feet. So relaxing the hands on bending the knees, it's kind of a softer, more downward vertical alignment. And then pressing down through the hands, pushing down through the feet, straightening the knees, we start to go up. We're a bit taller, and there might be a sense of alertness, more wakefulness to this. And then letting it go, relaxing the hands, bending the knees. And alternating between the two. You might choose to breathe in on the softening, on the downwards, and out on the upwards. That kind of supports the movement of the spine, the standing slightly taller, engages the core. And notice whether the embodied quality for you is a little different. For me, this is kind of more relaxed. My gaze goes down, very settled. And then when I stand a bit taller, I get a bit curious, more wakeful. It reminds me of a meerkat, checking out what's going on. And this is a range from being perhaps more relaxed, more settled, less engaged with the outside world in this one, to this more alert place, more engaged with what's around us, maybe wanting to look around rather than resting our gaze down. It might be different for you, so check it out. And then within that range, you can find a place where you'd like to be. So maybe a middle way, as we say in Buddhism, where you're relaxed and alert. You might want to be in the center of that polarity. And you might want to be in one of the extremes. Noticing where you'd like to be. And then we can take that into a movement. It was a movement, but a different movement, adding a movement. If we take our knees a bit wider apart, again, you could soften or you could stand a bit more straight. And then taking a very gentle turn around the vertical axis. Keep your knees unlocked. So if you are standing tall, make sure there's a little softness around your knee joint. If your knees don't like this, if it feels uncomfortable, bend them more, or again, do less. And you rotate around your vertical axis with relaxed arms. So you're organizing around this line in a way that feels comfortable, that doesn't feel like you're overworking. Let your head rotate too, looking from side to side, if that's comfortable. If you feel a little dizzy, just look ahead from time to time to let that subside. It's quite useful for the nervous system to feel dizziness from time to time, to get used to it, to be able to correct it, especially if it's not related to like an inner ear condition or anything like that. So as we get older and move less, we get dizzy more easily. So one of the signs of aging. So getting the body used to dizziness can be quite helpful within reason. I don't want you to fall over. And then if you'd like to, you can make this a bit stronger again and see if you can still feel organized around your central line. So you might start to lift your heels up, and if you've got room, be aware of what's around you. Allow your arms to swing more strongly around you. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Come back to centering, feeling the ground, sensing your central line, and start again. And then slowing down again. Placing your feet underneath you again. Coming back to centered standing. Finding ease, an easy, comfortable sense of organizing yourself around your vertical axis. And notice how you're breathing. We can use this kind of very simple standing practice in our life to bring our mind and body back to a sense of center, where we feel like we can support ourselves in a relaxed, organized way. So avoiding getting all sort of tense about our alignment, but finding ways to be in it that gives us this calmness and also this freshness. We call it satya in Sanskrit. It's a calm clarity of body and mind. And you can also reflect for a moment where that might be useful in your life. Probably in a lot of different contexts and situations.